So can I just start for the record with your name, how you spell it, and what your title is?
Yes, Marshall Thompson, MarshallThompson, and my position is Deputy Division Chief of External Affairs at the National Interagency Fire Center.
Can you start with just an overview of what the Interagency Fire Center does, and sort of how it's broken up between regions and nationally, just the different responsibilities there?
Yeah, so I think to start with, the important aspect is to understand that the National Interagency Fire Center, or NIFC as we refer to it, is just a location. It's a collaboration of a multitude of agencies and organizations involved in the national wildland fire suppression efforts. Located here in Boise, Idaho. So it's not really an organization, it's just a location that all these organizations and the various division or the various fire chiefs work out of. So basically what happens here is they coordinate the national and international mobilization of wildland fire resources throughout the U.S. and across the borders as we recently have with Canada. So we're divided up into various geographic areas. The area you're most looking at right now is referred to as the Great Basin geographic area. Its main headquarters is located in Salt Lake City, where the Great Basin Coordination Center is at. So how it works is we have a three-tier dispatch organization system. We have our local dispatch centers, which are scattered throughout the U.S. That deal with local initial attack needs. Then we have the geographic areas, coordination centers, as I just referred to, the one located in Salt Lake City, and then the National Coordination Center. When a local dispatch center exhausts all of their resources or needs a particular resource that they don't have at their disposal, they'll reach out to their geographic coordination center to fill that particular order or resource. If they don't have it within the geographic area, that order will then come up to the National Interagency Coordination Center located here at NIFC.
Thank you so much. So I want to make sure I'm understanding. So it starts with the local dispatch, and then once those resources are exhausted, that's when they'll go to the national level, and you'll help to coordinate resources from across the country. Is that correct?
Correct. That middle piece, though, is really crucial, that geographic coordination center, so that they can do coordination of resources within the geographic area. You had previously asked the question about prioritization of resources. So that doesn't happen here at the National Interagency Fire Center. That happens within each geographic area. And they handle that through their geographic multi-agency coordinating group. It's the heads of all the agencies and the organizations within that geographic area that prioritize the fires within their area. So we're at the NMAC, the National Multi-Agency Coordinating Group, located here in Boise. They just prioritize the geographic areas and send the resources to those geographic areas. They then prioritize the fires within their area to where those resources will
That makes sense to me. Thank you so much. So I want to talk about national resources. From my past reporting covering fires here in Utah, but also just what's happened nationally, it seems like fire season doesn't really exist. There's just fires all year long now. When it comes to the amount of resources we have nationally, where are we at with that? Do we feel like we have enough resources to handle the amount of fires we see?
So that brings up a really good point. Currently, we're at a national preparedness level 4. Our preparedness levels move through preparedness level 1, being we have all the geographic areas have the resources they need to respond to fires within their areas, and they don't rely much at the national level for fire response, all the way up to preparedness level 5, where most fire resources have been dispatched, and there is a prioritization that has to occur at the geographic levels and at the national level for where resources are going to be sent to. Right now, like I said, we're at a preparedness level 4, which means multiple geographic areas are in need of resources. The prioritization then occurs first and foremost here at the National Multi-Agency Coordinating Group. They decide where the priority geographic areas are at, and will send those resources to those areas. So the important aspect is to understand that we've been at these levels in previous years where we moved from a PL3, 4 into a PL5. And that's currently where we're at. So we do have enough resources that are being moved around, but we are reaching a point where resources are being stretched thin.
Can you talk to me a little bit about we mentioned this on email, some of the conditions this year that are stretching resources where we're at that level 4? What are the kind of conditions nationally that are challenging right now?
So I think the aspect is to recognize that we have multiple geographic areas that have numerous fires. Alaska currently has a large amount, and I believe they're at a preparedness level 5 for their geographic area. The Great Basin being Utah, Nevada, a section of Wyoming, and the section northern Arizona, they just moved into a preparedness level 4 today. So we have multiple geographic areas that are either at a preparedness level 4 or preparedness level 5. That becomes the unique situation where you spoke of fire seasons versus fire years. Historically, we would have geographic areas coming in and out of their fire season. The Southwest would usually incur fires in the May, June, early July period, and then go out of their fire season with the monsoonal rains. At that point in time, we'd usually start to see the Rocky Mountain, Colorado area, the Great Basin area come into their fire season and move out as the Northwest and Northern Rockies, Montana, Washington, Oregon began moving into their fire season. In the last decade, we've seen more of a fire year occur where those geographic areas are going in earlier and staying in their fire season a little bit longer. And that's what we're currently running into. The Southwest area, Arizona, obviously is still having fires right now, as well as Great Basin. Utah is starting to increase in fires. Meanwhile, we still have Alaska that's heavily burning right now.
Thank you for that. That gives a lot of context. So you've seen that change happen over the last decade. Is that what you're saying?
Yes, we've really moved into what we consider more of a fire year than a fire season.
Thank you so much. Let me just check my notes quickly. Sorry.
No problem.
Um, are there any trends? I know we talked about the fire year and the season, but any other trends nationally that has made fire response more complex, whether that's, you know, different agencies working together or staffing issues, anything on your radar outside of weather that could be impacting how you respond to fires?
Not really. We've always operated nationally on an interagency coordinated aspect. That begins at the local levels with the local programs working with their cooperators and neighboring agencies to establish pre-season agreements and run cards for their areas, moving all the way up to the agency coordination that happens here at NIFC. So it's nothing new to us to have to deal with this interagency coordinated effort. That's something that we've been doing for decades. Realistically, the change has been over the last decade of us seeing more and more geographic areas burning simultaneously.
And I ask this to anyone I speak to about fires, but what can the individual do to help protect against fire, given we have these geographical areas that are seeing longer and more fires? How can you as an individual help reduce the strain on the system?
Well, I think one of the biggest aspects is if you're recreating is to first and foremost go online and check the area that you're recreating in to see if there's any fire restrictions in place, such as not being allowed to have open campfires, fire pits. Also, if you're traveling, a lot of folks are going out camping, using UTVs at this point in time, hauling boats around. Make sure that your chains are secured on your trailers. That's another element that we see a lot of fires start from is roadside fires from dragging chains or blowout tires. So make sure that your trailers are connected properly. If you're recreating and camping, make sure that you're fully extinguishing your fires, and be sure that you're checking the areas that you're going to for any fire restrictions that they may have in place.
Thank you so much. Is there anything else you want to add about the current sort of national status of fire danger and fires burning across the country right now?
No, I think the one element that I will add is for folks interested in what's going on nationally in the fire scope, you can always find information on nifc.gov, nifc.gov. We have a National Fire News link that keeps folks updated on the current fire conditions and any upcoming or new information that's being put out there.
Thank you so much. I think that's everything that I have for you. I'm going to keep working on my other questions that are a bit more local, but I appreciate you taking the time to chat with me.
Perfect. You have yourself a good one.
Thank you so much. You too. Have a great day.
Bye.
Bye.